If you're a new player to Minecraft and you've just loaded up the game for the very first time, Minecraft probably has a lot of tasks that seem pretty tedious, from punching down trees, mining ores, and so many other countless things. If you've been playing the game for an extremely long time, you probably still feel the same way about a lot of various things in the game. Minecraft is inherently a bit tedious. That's just part of the game's design. From digging out a hole, to building up a house, to waiting for trees to grow, the game has a lot of waiting elements. Survival can sometimes feel pretty mundane. However, things can be automated, and thus, Minecraft can be less about going out and doing something, but more so reaping the benefits idly. In this video, we're going to talk about these automations and ask a question. Are automatic farms bad for Minecraft? So yeah, without any further ado, let's get right into it. So first things first, let's answer a couple of questions. What is an automatic farm? To put it simply, an automatic farm is exactly what it sounds like. However, it's not just limited in the ways that you might be thinking of. Yes, an automatic farm can farm things such as wheat, but it should also be able to replant it and hopefully collect its benefits to be fully automatic. Some people do this in a multitude of ways, a popular one being with villager farms, but farms certainly don't stop there. If you can figure it out, you can even make an iron farm. If that seems overkill to you, then you're not alone. A shockingly large amount of people sometimes feel that automatic farms kind of kill the point of the game. Depending on how good a farm is, you'll never have to play that part of the game again, depending on what your definition of play actually is. Let's use iron farms as an example here. If you make a self-sustaining iron farm, you'll never have to actually go out and mine for iron again. Grinding is taken out of the equation entirely. Minecraft just becomes AFK-able. But is that really bad? So, is it bad for players to be able to AFK play Minecraft? I mean, really, is making an automatic farm to do your work for you a negative to the game? Should players be confined to going into the mines, killing mobs, planting seeds, and more? If I had to give you the short answer, I'd tell you no. But the long answer? Probably not, but maybe. Honestly, I don't think it's terrible, but let me tell you why. Depending on the type of farm that you're making, it can honestly take a lot. Certain farms need a lot of variables to be exact for them to work. If one thing goes wrong, the entire thing doesn't work. Also, not to mention the complexity. Some of the simplest farms can be extremely complex depending on how you go about them. Straight up building them aside, you also need to be pretty set before you can build a lot of different farms. For example, while Enderman farms are really easy to make, can get a lot done, and you can reap a ton of benefits quite easily, you still have to get to the end, make the farm, and on top of all that, make a reliable exit. Nether farms, you still have to get to the nether, not die while playing dodgeball with a ghast and avoiding wither skeletons, and to make it even more fun, you still have to make the darn thing. Other farms can straight up be really complex and need constant maintenance. Just because you can make something once doesn't mean it will necessarily work forever. Things do go wrong with redstone and Minecraft. When that happens, you have to go in and fix everything, otherwise you won't be able to reap those benefits. If I had to argue a point, I'd argue that most automatic farms are pretty endgame. Farms like automatic sugarcane farms wouldn't change too much, you would just get a lot of paper and sugar, and sure, you could use that paper to trade with villagers, or that sugar to make food, but it's not something that's ultimately going to change everything. But that's not to say that just because most automatic farms are endgame, that there are not some negatives. So before I get into some of these quote-unquote negatives, I want you to realize that these negatives are entirely up for interpretation. While I may feel that some of these are points deducted, you may feel like they're points in favor of making these structures. In my opinion, building can be a huge part of the fun of an automatic farm, but once you've built it, you're just kind of waiting for it to do its job. That's not a terrible thing, but you kind of need something else to do for you to be productive while your machine does all of its work. To top it all off, once you make one thing automatic, you tend to make more and more things automatic until you're completely rolling in resources. For proof that you can make an entire world almost fully automatic, just look at Hermitcraft.